6 years ago, precisely the 29th of May 2015, Senator Dr. Ato Ifeanyi took his oath of office as governor of Delta State. Prior to that time, he toured the 25 local government areas in the state, delivering a message of prosperity to its people. Down the line, he introduced an agenda codenamed SMART, and through this agenda, he has been able to touch the different facets of the lives of the people in Delta, be it in the area of infrastructure, job and wealth creation, peace, advancements in education, health, agriculture, and of course, transformation of different urban centers in the state, and then linking the rural communities to the urban centers. My name is Vida, and I will be your guide on this edition of Smart Delta as we take you to a number of projects, legacy projects brought to the doorsteps of the people by the OKOWA-led administration, all aimed at delivering prosperity to Deltans. Come with me.
As a wise and experienced administrator, he knew that the actualization of his vision of a prosperous Delta was largely dependent on an environment devoid of rancor. And so, being mindful of the multi-ethnic complexities and dynamics of the state, and to avoid a clog in the wheel of progress, Governor Ifeanyi, at the wake of his administration, inaugurated several peace-building platforms, partnered and collaborated with various traditional rulers in the state, as well as strengthened and established various security outfits to ensure a peaceful Delta.
In the area of security, we have achieved a lot. It's very key, because without peace, you definitely cannot even do any other thing. We were in a very bad situation the first 2 years of the administration because of the things that did happen at that time. But we quickly worked with stakeholders in the state, including the youth, the traditional institutions, the religious leaders, and our women, and the trust was there. And most committees, particularly those in the referring areas, did cooperate with us, and they saw that there was some gain from it. Because if you made a promise and it was not done, of course, they will renege.
The peace we enjoy now in Delta State is second to none. I still want to thank the governor, the road general. You know, for the first time, you can travel around the states with rest of mind.
One major program of the SMART agenda of the administration is the Job and Wealth Creation programs. The job and wealth creation policies were designed to raise thousands of youths, including people living with disabilities, PLWDs, all with a view to transforming them into independent entrepreneurs and CEOs.
Is meeting the target for which those programs are established. I urge him to have more rolled out so that the effects will blossom into a situation where you have Delta youths no longer among those who are claiming not to be gainfully employed. I think he's doing well.
The Skills Training and Entrepreneurship Program STEP and the Youth Agricultural Entrepreneurship Program YAGEP in the last 6 years have established young people in choice vocations. This has brewed significant change in the employment indices of the state, even as it remains a source of joy to its beneficiaries. Hear them.
This is my first time of achieving something tangible from the government. Since I've been hearing government since I was born.
This program has given me the opportunity to be a certified fish farmer. Before now, I was empowered with 3 tarpaulin, 2,000 fingerlings, and about 145 bags of feed to take the fishes to maturity. In fact, after my first harvest, my next stocking, I stocked about 3,700. And I gained a lot. In fact, I made money from it.
The determination to further pull Delta youths out of the ditch of poverty and tackle the menace of unemployment as promised by Governor Kowa in his campaign manifesto has seen the birth of other empowerment schemes.
I am blessed by having this governor because he has been a blessing to me and my family. I will pray that after his second tenure, that God should lift him higher above this level.
He's truly a father, he's truly a governor. He thinks more for women. Some of us who have learned trade, but we don't really have resources, money to establish. So with this women empowerment program that the governor has put in place is really great because women will be empowered to do things on their own.
It's been an opportunity, I want to appreciate His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, in the person of Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Otta Okowa. It gives us a very good foundation to start up.
Also, not being oblivious of immediate and long-term gains of ramping up investments in agriculture, the OKOWA-led administration has continued to leverage on available large expanse of arable land, abundant manpower, and favorable weather to engender growth in the agricultural sector.
We have had a lot to do in agriculture, dating back to 2015 when his first tenure came in. He ensured that funds are made available. In the area of oil palm development, a lot has been done. In the area of fishery development, a lot has been done. In the area of livestock, a lot has been done. We have a lot of revolving programs which had not been there before.
The support of farmers by the state government through soft loans and grants, farm inputs and machinery, trainings and sensitization has reflected beautifully on the state's production capacity. Beyond local consumption, farmers have been strengthened to export their excesses, with the pilot commodity being the Delta Gari.
It was a good program in that it gave each and every one of us who accessed the loan the opportunity to grow, because the repayment was not on a monthly basis. The repayment was made quarterly, and it was convenient for most farmers.
Smart Delta.
Since 2015, for Delta State, na double prosperity, human capital development, infrastructure plenty. We give God all the glory for Governor Okowa capacity. Amen, amen, amen.
Francis, we observe say you guys dey so happy this month of May.
Point of correction, not just this month of May, but every month of May na celebration for us.
So wetin una dey celebrate?
See your question. The month of May 2015, na Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa become governor. As he become governor, he make things better, bring peace to our oil producing communities. And Governor Okowa agenda, prosperity for all Deltans, 2016, now come up with job creation, where to empower thousands of people for Delta State today and give them their own businesses. Like 2017-2018, Governor Okowa don't do enough infrastructures for Delta State, even do road for rural areas, creeks, turn Delta State to Bodoyibo. 2019 na election time, but Governor Okowa still dey work. Everybody come dey shout, I testify. Now be the billboard where you see we're full everywhere. People confirm Okowa good work from 2015 to 2019. Now they re-elect him. 2020 na COVID-19 show. Governor Okowa say no lele, COVID-19 I go chest you. We go still prosper for Delta. Now Governor Okowa come up with girl child. Girl child, as I dey talk to you, so don't take many girls come up from street. Today they be business owners.
Insider say 2020 so where COVID tie rapper like Agbari. I tell you, Governor Okowa still come up with Raisa. Don't take boys and girls come up from street for rural areas. Make them business owners.
Governor Okowa still dey do WhatsApp, Women Empowerment Program. It never finish. We call it out 2021. Since January record reach as I dey talk to you, so na so different projects, road, bridge, infrastructures like Governor Okowa dey commission. So the answer to our question be say we dey celebrate the good things where they happen for Delta State, and we dey thank God for giving us a governor like Governor Okowa.
Yes, so we give God all the glory for Governor Okowa capacity. Amen, amen, amen.
Smart Delta.
Infrastructure has variously been identified as a fundamental driver of development that bring people together. This is why Governor Okowa in the past 6 years has fought vigorously to blur the lines of underdevelopment and integrate rural and urban areas through the provision of good road network. With over 500 constructed roads spanning over 1,542 kilometers, the very visible impact of Governor Okowa in the road sector has earned him multiple awards, in addition to being nicknamed the Road Master.
His Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. He has done very well without sentiment. So I'm not surprised when people call him the road master. If you go to every nook and cranny of the state, the footprints of what he has done is there.
Okowa has done many things on top the road, but you know understand. He say what? He's a road master list. A road master list is different from someone that's a what? A road agenda. If you follow this road like you bear like this, it leads to heaven, but you branch like first marine gate, heaven marine gate. But this road, he has done a what? A perfect job. He's a hominy roaders. He's truly a leader. So I have nothing to say much because what? We both say someone that has done much was deserve an appreciation. Hello.
Alongside road, concrete and well-paved bridges have equally been built to connect communities in Delta. This has strengthened the socio-cultural relationship and spurred economic growth.
The governor has done a lot to help the people move freely, even at odd hours. I want him to continue to leave a good legacy that when he leaves our space, he is a governor to be remembered even in years to come.
In order to salvage the disheartening reoccurrence of flooding, the state government in the past 6 years embarked on the construction of storm drainage projects to channel water appropriately through the right source. This has given a new lease of life to the people of Delta, particularly the Capital Territory, where flooding was the order of the day. This is without prejudice to yet another massive storm water drainage project ongoing in Warri, Uwie.
Before now, during rainy season like this, you cannot stand along this road. The water used to carry us even with our bike before. We thank God for the governor. In fact, I can say that the leadership of OKOWA is a God gift to us.
I'm still amazed that the governor has embarked on such a huge project. And I want to beg us, Deltans, who we are people, Warri people, let us assist government to assist ourselves.
Still on infrastructure, the OKOWA-led government has continued to invest heavily in the rebuilding of existing but moribund infrastructures as well as initiating new ones. A clear example is the Delta State Central Secretariat, a massive project geared towards bringing together all government agencies and parastatals under one roof for effective service delivery. Not forgetting the newly inaugurated Traditional Rulers Council Secretariat, the state-of-the-art Federal Road Safety Corps Marshal Training School, amongst other landmark infrastructure.
May I humbly place on record that this new complex was designed, built and fully furnished by the government of Delta State under the highly progressive leadership of His Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa.
The completion of the Stephen Keshi Stadium and the upgrade of facilities at the recently concessioned Asaba International Airport have added another complementary development that has put smiles on the faces of the people.
It's a gateway to every part of the country, national and international. So the airport is developed. It not only serves the people of the state, but attracts others from other states also to come here. So it's a way of capturing investors. So me, I give kudos to OKOWA.
These upgrades, no doubt, brought sporting activities in the state to the limelight again. But this time, it got to the peak as the state got the right to host World Championship competitions. The Confederation of African Athletics tagged CAA Asaba 2018, the 2020 AFCON qualifying matches, the Delta State's Principal Cup competitions, and a host of other national and local championships. Governor OKOWA'S Catch Them Young campaign has yielded so many dividends that Team Delta has remained the defending champions of the National Sports Festival for 6 consecutive times.
We've seen the headlines in the last 1 year or 2 years with regards to Delta and the exploits Delta athletes have made both at national, continental and international competitions. The National Youth Games, Delta beat every single state with a medal haul which is one of the highest in the history of the games.
The desire to fast-track development of the state propelled Governor Okowa to lead a high-powered team to China for an investment roadshow.
Delta State is jumpstarting an aggressive gas-based industrialization agenda, and today, 6 investors looking to take advantage of compelling incentives and a robust gas resource base to locate their facilities in Delta State. Kwale Industrial Park is being set up as the biggest gas-based manufacturing and chemicals hub in Nigeria.
The attractive environment in the state through urban renewal drive of the OKOWA administration has given the state an irresistible ambience through a systematic structure and immense support from the government. Private investment in different sectors of the economy has been engendered.
There's so much infrastructure in the area to support the business, and there's an airport that functions, perfectly in Asaba. And then there's train infrastructure, so there's connectivity between Warri and Agbo by train. Those are the kind of things that support any investment. And the policy of the government has helped us.
The administration from inception 6 years ago developed a roadmap for a sustainable education system. This decision has yielded appreciable result in the education sector in the last 6 years, as many public primary and secondary schools now enjoy massive upgrade of infrastructure, fully equipped with standard facilities, retweaked curriculum to meet present-day realities.
What you are seeing now is a manifestation of love by our amiable governor, Dr. Senator Okowa, who loves education. Now, if you go into the classes, that is where you understand. You will see ultra-modern facilities which will expose the children.
Running with a vision of creating a globally competitive model learning centers in the state, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa has equally set the various higher institutions in the state on a level of high academic excellence. One major landmark achievement recently is the upgrade of 3 institutions into full-fledged autonomous universities, which has placed Delta as the state with the highest number of public-owned universities.
Education is the biggest asset to transform a society. This will provide opportunity for our younger ones who are running out of the country to our neighboring West African countries to procure certificates. So this is at least the beginning of good things to come.
Technical and vocational education has also been identified as one of the postal policies of the OKOWA-led government. Besides the repositioning of already existing technical colleges, the OKOWA-led government has further embarked on the establishment of 19 new colleges, of which construction of structures in 9 out of the 19 promised have reached advanced stage. This is aimed at expanding access in all the local government areas of the state.
Smart Delta.
The pursuit for academic excellence has further propelled the state government to embark on the construction of the newly inaugurated Teachers Professional Development Center at Owalero, Ikano East local government area of the state.
Governor Okowa has done so well. I am so thrilled that I am tempted to doff my cap for Governor Okowa. Well done, sir. I want to recommend that for those who are bothered about poor performance in school, children that are not doing well, unemployment, I recommend that you come to Delta State and learn how to solve the problems from first principles.
The administration has, in the space of 6 years, dedicated its time and resources to ensure the effective delivery of quality, affordable, and accessible healthcare. Of particular note is the free Medicare for children under 5 and pregnant women.
To our great governor, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, we say may God continue to bless and protect him for his mercy towards his people. He's just too wonderful for the pregnant women.
Delta today is in the forefront of universal healthcare delivery in Nigeria with the establishment of the contributory health insurance scheme.
The health insurance is not for the sick, it's actually for the healthy.
Our strategy is to ensure that people live a healthy life so that they don't need to go to a hospital. But if it comes to a situation where they need to come to a hospital, it should not be at any financial strain to them.
Governor Ifeanyi Okowa has continued to insist that living in the riverine areas is not a death sentence, and as such, demonstrated exemplary leadership by backing his words with action. Today, the myriad of outstanding, life-touching projects witnessed in the urban and upland areas of the state is also being replicated in far-flung riverine communities in Delta. His very sincere desire to reverse the ugly trend that has trailed riverine communities for donkey years has seen the construction and upgrade of qualitative infrastructure ranging from road construction, habitable housing estates, well-equipped schools, jetties, water supply scheme, well-equipped hospitals, amongst many other projects, which now dot the landscape of many riverine communities like Ogula, Burutu, Benekurukru, Okrenkoko, Beneku, Shekilewu, Eweregbene, Ogbogoro, Utonila communities, etc.
Okowa, I say you too much. Forward there. All the roads you there do for us. Forward there. All the secondary school forward there. All the primary schools forward there. I say Okowa, I say you too much. Forward there. Governor, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Too much, governor. We dey see am, they go. God go give send too much.
Also, like the ongoing Ogeye floating market in Warri North local government area, which is nearing completion. Work on the Ayakromo Bridge in Brutu local government area is also progressing smoothly. These visible efforts of the Okowa-led administration to ameliorate the sufferings of rural dwellers have gladdened the people's mind.
It's with us well because God remembered this land of Ogoye through our amiable governor Okowa, and we are grateful to the government of Delta State.
Wetin he talk, saying go do and they do, and more development to come because of this very project. Because now very big market, and the market different things go come, different people go come, so it will make development come to the riverine area.
Furthermore, because oil and gas counts for a huge chunk of the state's revenue, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa has equally placed premium attention on the sector by taking decisive steps towards addressing issues that could possibly pose a threat to the smooth running of the sector. This smart move has snowballed into increased oil production and has placed Delta at an enviable position of the #1 oil-producing state in Nigeria.
So that we are thankful to God, because if you go to the oil-producing environment, you go to Fekedos, you get to Kerengogo in the Eskrabos area, you have good road networks. You go to the Ogidigbe, the Ayakoromo Bridge. We're doing so much, and it is our hope as a government that before we leave eventually in 2023, God helping us, would have been able to complete a lot of all of these projects.
The compassionate humanitarian services carried out by the O5 initiative, championed by the wife of the governor, Dame Evangelist Edith Okowa, in the last 6 years has been phenomenal. The free healthcare campaign, clothing and feeding the vulnerable, the orphaned, widowed, and those in custody have all benefited from her milk of benevolence. Today, thousands of families across the 3 senatorial districts bear testimonies of the better life.
I'm happy, more than happy. For good 5 years now, I have not even seen this ground. But today now, Okowa and the wife have opened my eyes.
There is no gainsaying that Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, driven by a deep sense of equity, fairness and justice, has ensured the equitable distribution of projects as well as appointments cutting across the 3 senatorial districts of the state in line with their needs.
His Excellency have done well in the issue of appointment and distribution of projects across the 3 senatorial districts. Before now, it's actually very difficult to assess the riverine area in terms of road construction and all that. I mean, it has done very well. What he's doing shows that he's a man of equity.
Basking in the euphoria of a peaceful environment, Deltans expressed that they have long boarded the prosperity train of Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi-Okowa, as they are convinced that it is the right way to go, even as they cooperatively march towards the building of a stronger Delta.
The feedback segment.
This week, we have a message on our Instagram page from Praise Kemeluwa, and it reads, I want to commend the efforts of the OKOWA-led government in transforming the state, especially in the areas of job creations for youths, infrastructural development, and peace. Keep up the good work, sir.
For every other program that we have, we'll continue to stay the course and be sure that what we have promised the people that we actually achieve it at the end of the day. It's important to get informed about what is going on in this state. If you're going to pass suggestions to us as government, your suggestions will be welcome. To know more about the Smart Delta team, follow Smart Delta on their various links.
Text your questions to 08121192133 or send with the hashtag #access to all our social media platforms.
You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where OKOWA they do. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where OKOWA they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta. Make the youth say them highlight OKOWA. I see good roads everywhere in Delta. Make the people say them cola. Come live in Delta. Say me I say. Come invest in Delta. Come explore the potentials of our state.